Hello, Hughes 5, and welcome to a video where you may or may not see a 6'7", 260-pound male cry. If to convert 260 pounds, that's like 18 stone, or like 100 and something kilograms, I think. So yeah, I'm a big guy. And even in height, I'm over 200 centimeters. I'm basically 2 meters tall. I'm a little over 2 meters tall actually, but yeah, I'm a big guy, and you may or may not see this big guy cry. So why? Reason why? So the reason. So why is this video getting uploaded on a Monday instead of something else, and instead of this getting put up on a Wednesday? First off, let's start with why there wasn't any videos last week. So we'll start with Monday. I recorded a video. I recorded a Minecraft unknown map video, and I decided to spend half an hour talking to the guys on Minecraft on a Minecraft server, Pretley or Ian. You may or may not know them. And I was like, I'm gonna talk to these because I wanna spend half hour talking to them before I edit. Then I opened up my editing software, and a certain someone, aka my girlfriend, aka let's call her Bunny, considering, well, that, yeah. So yeah, let's call her Bunny because, yeah. And so she messaged me, and it seemed good. It seemed good because I got like a really overexcited good morning off her, and so I said good morning back, and then she told me that a lot of stuff had been on her mind, and me trying to be the caring boyfriend, I asked her what it was, and do you want to tell me? And she has a job. She has a job with the fire service. And she's telling me that the position that she's going for, or the position that she wants to get, she has to go through a course to be able to do it. So training, basically. And me being supportive, I was like, sure, go do it. Sadly, I'm gonna lose even more time talking to you, but you'll be moving into a new place soon. So I should actually be able to talk to you more and more often. Oh God, and my friend is talking to me right now, and she knows how hard things are at the moment. But well. So as I was saying, she has a job with the fire service, and she wants to be able to grade herself at it, and actually become a full-fledged firefighter. And that means that she has to do this course and then go to a firefighter academy, find scholarships, find another have a part-time job on top of her full-time job to be able to get through it, and so many things. And basically, we had huge plans in September. I've talked about them before. Huge plans. And sadly, this training and this course was going to completely wipe those plans out, and they would have to get pushed back to October. And I was fine with that. Don't get me wrong, I hated the idea of it to begin with, but I was just like, do you know what? Fine, we'll push them back to October. and that's what I was going to do. That's what we were going to do. But every time I tried to bring it up to be like, hey, let's actually pick dates, she wouldn't. So yeah, she wouldn't. And honestly, from Monday, a week ago, the her saying that um that the September plans were pretty much the September plans were ruined. I knew that I would have to try and fight against her again, because there was a lot of that going on in the background. There was a lot of it. There was a few fights. There was a good few fights, and it was always about distance, because this was a long distance relationship, like a very long distance. But I was just like, look, we both love each other. This is going to work out. And there was a lot of there was a lot of fights, but it was mostly about how hard the relationship was, because she admitted that she can't handle long distance, and I admitted I can't handle long distance. However, I told her that we'd make it work, and we did. We did. And as I was saying, there was this feeling, there was this gut feeling of, I'm gonna have to fight to keep her now, don't I? Again, I've got to try and fight to keep her again. So I was trying to. I was trying to. However, I couldn't, because she was always busy. She was always busy. She was busy with her work, and then as soon as she got home, she'd be busy with the family. There was 5 kids in her house. They weren't hers. They were just relatives of hers, and she basically became like the nanny, or the babysitter, and so as soon as she got home, they were there, and they wanted attention from her because she was great. She is great, and the thought process was, this isn't gonna last too much longer. She'll actually be moving into her own place soon, and she has. She's moved into it Saturday, or Friday. Friday or Saturday. Friday. No, she did. She moved in Friday. That's right. She moved in Friday, and she's still moving. She was still moving stuff Saturday and Sunday. So she moved in, and she was excited about it, and she told me that she was excited about it, and I said to her, I'm excited for you. And I was thinking, this is going to be it. This is going to be how I can try and keep her, because now we'll actually be able to talk to each other more. But no, all of Saturday she didn't say a thing to me. She didn't say a thing to me, and as well as she was on a sharing data plan with her family, and that data was almost completely up, so she couldn't talk to me. So she could only actually talk to me during Wi-Fi, in Wi-Fi zones. But even then, it wasn't anything. There wasn't a lot of it. There wasn't a lot of talking. There was 3 sentences a day, and like I said, there wasn't a lot of talking, but I would get a message from her to wake up to, and then I would get a random one during the day, and that was enough for me. That was enough for me, because I was like, hey, we are going to get so many more messages when she actually moves. We'll actually be able to talk a lot more. But so, winding back a little, I was trying to figure out how to keep her and how to fight against her to keep her, and then Thursday, or rather Wednesday night, she messaged me something, and she wanted to delete it, but she couldn't, because that's how messages work. We were using a messenger that didn't allow you to delete messages. And she said that she needed support, but she felt like she couldn't get it from me, and that's what she wanted to delete. That was the main bit that she wanted to delete, and I was confused by that, because I gave her nothing but support, and I was trying to give her nothing but support, but she also wanted independence as well. So I would always try and give her independence. And then I also never complained about like how little we talked, because I knew her situation. I wouldn't. So all I would ever try and do was give her support. That's all I would try and do. So I told her, I said to her, in what way am I not supporting you? Like, what do you mean by this? I've given you nothing but support, and I'm still going to try and give you nothing but support. And that's when she said to me that she can't handle this conversation over texts anymore. We'll actually talk about this on Sunday, as in yesterday. And that was on Thursday. 4 days of me constantly feeling ill. I was sick to my gut. Like first off, I was getting these little butterfly things. I was getting butterflies every time I saw that she messaged me. But then those butterflies turned into just straight up feeling ill, because I knew what was coming. I knew what was coming, and I didn't want it to. I didn't want it to at all. So, yeah, there was hardly any talking for those 4 days. She wouldn't really say good night to me. She wouldn't really say good morning. She wouldn't say a lot. And that upset me a lot. A lot. But I was still trying. And so I would try and talk to her, but I knew that it was pointless me sending her constant messages. So I was sticking to my rule. I was like, my rule really is, I only reply if I've got something to reply to, as well as the whole, no more than 3 messages or something like that. You should. So I was trying to stick to things, and I I still wanted to talk to her. I still wanted to do so much with her. Like, I I did. Then finally, Sunday finally came around. I was up at 10. I was up at a little past 10 because it's a Sunday. Why not? And I was fine. I was feeling fine. But honestly, about Saturday, the night before, I told her how I was actually feeling. I told her that I was feeling as sick as a dog, and all I want to do is talk to her. But she didn't read that message until like 6. Then no, about 5 actually. She didn't read that message until like 5. So not like 5 in the afternoon now. Not 5 in the morning, but 5 in the afternoon. So I woke up at 10, and by 12 I started feeling ill again because I was constantly looking at my phone, waiting for her to just even read the message, let alone tell me that she wants to talk. And then finally, like coming up to 5 or just gone 5, she finally read it, but she didn't reply to me. She didn't reply to me until 8 o'clock. Now, that's a lot of hours. That's 10 hours. That's 8 hours of me feeling ill. That's 8 hours of me feeling as sick as a dog. I already had 10 hours of that Sunday waiting for her to message me. And she only had like 3 because there's an 8-hour time difference. Like I said, really, really long distance. So, and as I was saying, she finally read it, and I was like, great, she'll finally be able to tell me because it's coming up. Sunday is sort of like the family day, but I skipped family plans because I knew that we had to talk. As well as on Sunday, I meet up with a good friend that I constantly talk to her about, as well as I constantly talked to him about her. And one of the plans for them to actually go on his bike together, because he's got a motorcycle. He's got a Tiger something, and it's a huge bike, and it looks amazing. And the plan was for him to put his insurance up to passenger insurance, so she could actually have a ride on his bike with him. And Sunday, I always meet up with him like 20 past 8, always, every Sunday, apart from when he has plans, apart from when he was too busy. And I was already up out of the house, starting to make my way to him, because I asked him an hour beforehand, hey, are we actually meeting today? Because I knew that he was busy with his family over the weekend, but he was home. So he's like, yeah, sure, we'll meet up. And I was like, great. Because for a full week, I bit my tongue and smiled at everyone. Because I didn't want them to know that anything was wrong. Because I hate people worrying about me. I hate it. I hate the feeling of people worrying about me. But as I was saying, I was making my way there, and then she finally messaged me to say, "Hey, we can talk now if you can." And I was like, "But it's Sunday. I'm meeting up with Ty," and she used that. She thought that was me trying to get out of it, but I already had 10 hours of my Sunday constantly waiting for her to say something to me. um, and and basically I had to message him. I had to message him as he had already been waiting there for like 10 minutes. He'd already been waiting there for like 5-10 minutes because he's really punctual. That's kind of how he is. And I had to message him. I was like, Ty, I'm really sorry, but hopefully you haven't left your house yet. And in the back of my head I already knew he had, but I was like, hey, hopefully you haven't left your house yet, but I've got to cancel it. And him being the kind soul that he is, he was like, oh, don't worry, no problem. But I already knew that he left the house, so I told him that I'm sorry that you already left the house, and I'm really sorry that I cancelled on you. But then 8 o'clock until like 10, it was like 2 hours. It was 2 hours of talking. I hadn't properly heard her voice in 3 weeks. And it was 2 hours of talking about how she chose a job over me, or rather, let's go with her wording, she chose a possibly lifelong career over me. So I don't know what the hell happened to her teaching job, because she really wanted to become a teacher, but now all of a sudden she wants to become a firefighter. So I don't know. But the point is, her wording was that she chose a possibly lifelong career over me. And me being me, I was like, hey, look, I'll wait for you. I'll wait for you. You're like everyone, and I'm even thinking about this right now, that I could have said this at the time, but I didn't, because I was too busy. I was too busy being upset. But I'm thinking about it now. Be like, hey, firefighters get vacations, holidays, whatever. You know, we can still make these plans. But she says to me that she's scared that if our plans have been ruined once, it'll be ruined again. And I'm just like, you shouldn't think that way. And she says to me that for 2 weeks, she's been thinking about how we can have a future together. And sadly, she could never actually come up with one. She could never actually come up with one of it actually like working out. And that really sucked to hear. It really did. But yeah, 2 hours. 2 hours of me really trying for her not to say the words that I was terrified to hear for a week. But no, she did. She finally said them. She finally said them. Hughes, I'm breaking up with you. We need to. A week, I got terrified that I would hear those words. Because fun fact, well, it's not a fun fact, but fact, that I questioned that I questioned a good few times that if I was actually in love with this girl. A good few times, like a lot. I questioned it a lot throughout our like 6 month relationship. Actually, I think it was only 5, but no, it could be 6. I don't know, but I questioned it a lot. And I know it's not the most healthy thing to do, but my thought was always, yeah, no, I'm pretty sure I do. I'm pretty sure I do. But right now, I know for a damn fact I do. Not I did, but I do. I know for a damn fact. Because I'm still feeling as sick as a dog. Like this is how you know. Honestly, this is how you know that you truly loved, or you truly love that person, is when you break up, or if you've got to break up. If you if you feel anything in your gut, anything in your heart of just a bad feeling, that's it. That is like, hey, I definitely was in love with this girl. I was or guy, whatever. I was definitely in love. And the worst thing is, she wants to cut off communications 100%. 100%. Like, we're fine. We were in a good place. We were in a good place. We talked daily. We were trying to get on. We were trying to be able to hear each other's voice at least once a week. We were in a good place. I finally got her starting to watch like anime and playing video games with me. Like, sadly, the video game thing, it only happened like twice, and like very far apart, a very long, far apart. But yeah, she wants to cut off communications entirely. But me being me, and me being the huge idiot that I am, and you don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell me that I am, because I know I am. I'm still gonna talk to her. I'm still gonna try and talk to her, because I don't want to lose her completely. And I want to try and somehow convince her to be like, look, just keep talking to me. Just keep talking to me until you actually find a guy. Until you find a guy. That's what I want. That's what I would have preferred. I would have preferred her to say, Hughes, I found a guy at my job. Not that I found a job. That I found a guy at my job that I'm interested in, and I think he actually likes me back, and I want to try for him, so I'm breaking up with you. That would have hurt a lot less. That would have hurt a lot less for me to know that she actually found someone that she can be with a lot easier than she can me. That would have hurt a hell of a lot less. But because she chose a damn career over me. So yeah, I know I'm an idiot for wanting to keep talking to her. You don't have to tell me I am. I know better than anyone how stupid that is. And don't worry, I'm not depressed over this. I'm just really upset, as you can probably hear. But don't worry, I'm not depressed. I'm naturally a non-depressive person. But I am upset. So, will you get any more videos off me this week? I don't know. Maybe next week, hopefully. Hopefully. But yeah, I don't even know if I'm gonna edit this, because I don't think I'll actually be able to handle myself editing this. So yeah. As well as there's actually going to be a video similar to this. It was only going to be about 5 minutes long last Wednesday, saying that stuff has happened on Monday, and it's kind of upset me to the point of not being able to edit. And yeah, that was it. this was it. So if I edit this, yay me. If I don't, ah well. But yeah. Yeah. Now I know long distance can work. I know it can. And honestly, if you find a relationship and sadly it either goes long distance or starts long distance or anything like that, talk to them. That if I can give you any advice about a long distance relationship, bloody talk to each other. Find time. Find time. If you have to send letters to each other to be able to talk, do that. We did, and I sucked. Like I've got the one. I had one offer. There was going to be so many. I eventually sent one back to her, and she was grateful for it. And I said to her, "Hey, now that you've finally read my my chicken scratch, because I've got terrible handwriting, do you really want one back?" And she said yes. This was during the 2 weeks of her thinking, can I actually have a future with this guy? She could have said no. She could have. But she didn't want to, because she was trying her hardest to actually think of a way for us to stay together. So yeah, if like I said, if there's one bit of advice I can actually give to you about a long distance relationship, talk. Bloody talk to each other. So yeah, that's gonna be it. That's gonna be it. So I want to say thank you very much for watching, and I'm sorry that you had to see me like this, but I'm just glad that I didn't actually cry. I'm pretty sure a tear did roll down my cheek at one point, but I didn't cry, so yay me. But yeah, that's gonna be pretty much it. I want to say thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you'll get a video this week, if not, hopefully next. And I'm sorry that if you did watch through all of this, if you got upset or depressed about it, but things happen, and I wanted to talk about it. Not saying that I haven't to people already, but I wanted to talk, and honestly I find it easier talking to a camera than I do people. So yeah. But that's gonna be pretty much it. So I want to say thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in another video.